Hey guys, you're back for the second half of the trial of the century. We're going to test out the pudding without the eggs and the ones with the eggs. We're going to start off with almost the same ingredients. So let's get started. Like I said in my last video, and yes, I made a mistake. Hi, Steve and Jean. I am so sorry I called you Jane. It was close, but I loved having you, and I can't wait to come visit you in California. California, right? So I'll be out there and looking forward to it, jumping in your pool. All right. Let's get started. Okay, it's actually 2 1/4 cups of milk, but we're keeping 2 cups of milk here. 2 egg yolks I'm putting over here because I don't want to get it mixed up. 1/4 cup of milk is over here. So altogether, 2 1/4 cups of milk. 2 1/2 tablespoons of cornstarch. We're going to be mixing in this bowl separately to temper those eggs. And so we still got the same 1/2 cup of sugar, and we got a little more cocoa powder. So the other one didn't have as much cocoa powder. I was saying there was something missing. Let's find out if this is what it was. Okay, this is 1/3 cup of unsweetened cocoa powder, Dutch process I use. And you could use any kind, it doesn't really matter. It's going to taste good, especially if you make it with your own hands. Definitely. I hope I could do this right without messing up again. Well, I didn't mess up the last time. I just messed up the name of the wonderful person that came to visit me yesterday. But, okay, so we're going to put the heat on medium, low, between low and medium, and put the milk in. So in this recipe, they want you to put the milk in. So that's 2 cups of whole milk. 2 cups of whole milk. The sugar, and I believe the cocoa powder. Hold on, let's make sure. I gotta be very careful here now. Yes, 2 cups of whole milk. The cocoa powder, let's go. 1/3 cup of cocoa powder. This dropped in. Let me get my stir. So we got 2 cups of milk, 1/3 cup of cocoa powder, and then the sugar, 1/2 cup of sugar. I thought it was the half sugar. It's funny, when you put cocoa powder in without the sugar, it doesn't absorb right away. Isn't that weird? But here, let's see, it's just milk, cocoa powder, and sugar. We're going to get this hot, and then we're going to take the liquid from here and temper those eggs in a different bowl. I could bring the bowl over now. Oh, let's put a pinch of salt in. Always a pinch. Even though it's not in the recipe, I like it in there. And I use the sea salt, so I know I'm not putting too much in. As you know, sea salt is not as strong as regular table salt. Let's get this stirred up. How do you say that? Is that right? Stir it up really good. So when it starts to, we just want to heat this up. So we don't want it to boil or anything. We'll turn it up after we temper the eggs. All right, so that looks pretty combined. Make sure all the sides are, here, let's see if I could bring this over so you could see what I'm doing. So just make sure all the sides, all the stuff goes off the sides. Get that in there real good. At the very end, we put 2 tablespoons of butter in cubes. And this time, I didn't use as much. The last recipe had 3 tablespoons of vanilla. I didn't think that we really needed that much, so I made it like a tablespoon and a little bit over a tablespoon. So it's kind of making it my own recipe right now. I was thinking even about mixing the eggs with the sugar, but I don't want to get you confused, so let's keep going on this track. We're going by Preppy Kitchen's recipe. A little bit twisted. I added a few little things that I'm doing, like I added a little more butter, and I put some salt in, and I also I put a little more vanilla in. So anytime you change something like that, it becomes yours, right? If you change something, if you change a song, if you change anything, it does become related, or as you say, not a shout out. I always give a shout out to the person that inspired me to do that. But then it ends up in your recipe book under your ingredients that you changed and stuff. So I don't really know, honestly. I'll just call it my own, right? But we're just doing a trial here now. We're doing a trial. Besides, I need more. That wasn't enough pudding. So this is going to be a custard. I got it at number 4 on the, I get nervous when I'm tempering eggs for some reason, because you got to worry. You're going to scramble them. Let me put my pinky in here. See, it's not, oh, it's so cold. I'm all worried that it's too hot. Because see, now this pot is working a lot better. It wasn't too small. It's just perfect for this. This is, I would say this is a small to medium, and it's got the bottom, the copper bottom. These are really good pots. So it's good, perfect for this. So while that's doing that, I'm going to throw some of this stuff out of my way so it doesn't distract me. And I'm going to put that in the sink. And then bring the bowl over here that we're going to add. We're going to put 2 egg yolks, no egg whites. I saved the egg whites for Swiss meringue. This is weird. We're putting the cornstarch in with the eggs. So just put that right on top. Make sure you cut that all out. I also changed the amount of cornstarch. The other recipe had 3 tablespoons of cornstarch. This only had 2. So I made it 2.5 tablespoons of cornstarch. So, you see what I'm getting at here? I'm changing things around a little. And, where's the other thing? Oh, the milk. 1/4 cup of the whole milk goes in there too. Make sure it's all in there. And I'll start whisking that and switch paddles here. Let me put everything over there. This is cool doing a trial. So we're going to see how this tastes as opposed to the one without the eggs. And we are going to temper this as soon as it gets hot enough. Now we're going to take the whisk out of here and rinse it off. Now, I should buy another whisk, because whisks are they're used so often. Look what I had to do. I had to change it because I don't want the chocolate on it when I whisk together this. So I'm going to whisk together this while we're waiting. Cornstarch is funny, you know. If it sits too long, it gets kind of hard, you know. Like this one is, see? I'm whisking the 2 egg yolks, the cornstarch, and the milk. And then we're going to temper. All right, that should be good enough. All right. So now, you got to just wait till this gets hot enough. I'm going to use this now for this. And then I'm going to switch back to the whisk. We're going to put this into there. Here, let me fix this better. Sorry about that. We're going to put this into there, like drizzle it in and stir real fast. So you're going to be seeing me, my arms going like that. I do Tai Chi, and it's all about working your arms. I don't miss a single day unless I'm exhausted. And it's supposed to be getting my arms like really sculpted, see? It is kind of, but what are you gonna do? I'm almost 63 years old. Pretty soon, next month, I'm a July baby. I'm a baby boomer. Baby boomer. You know what I found out? I never knew this. There's baby boomer. I knew baby boomer. There's millennials. And then there's Gen X. Guess what's before that? Take a guess. The silent generation. Makes sense, doesn't it? It makes sense. Think about that. It was called the silent generation. And I think that was before 1942. I don't quote me on that, but it could be. I have to test this, guys, to see if it's hot enough. Nope, it's not hot enough. So let's put it up just a little bit. I don't want to get it too hot. But we have to have it hot enough where we could temper the eggs. I'm just going to put a little bit in there and stir it. And then put it back in here. We're not putting the whole thing in. I got you scared for a minute, didn't I? I got myself scared. Okay. Oh, I miss my friends already. Steve and Jean. What a couple. Such great. Hello again. I miss you already. And I do a lot of this too. So once you start baking, you can't stop. You can't. As a baker, people didn't realize that when I had my business, that when you start baking something, and you got to keep going. I can't just say, okay, I'm going to take a break right now. All right, see you later. You got to continue doing what you're doing until it's totally done. You know, that's one thing that most people don't realize about baking. Is that's why a lot of times you'll get the phone, you'll get the message machine. And when I had my business, a lot of people wanted to text me back and forth about their order, and I said to fill out the order form online. Nobody ever used that, and I was paying for it. It was a little frustrating to get people to use that, and I was paying for that. I worked really hard on that website. I almost cried when I took it down, but it was, I had it for a good 6 years, 7 years even. I even kept it up for an extra year. All right. I know I'm using my finger, but because I'm nervous. All right. Let me make sure my hands are very clean. I just washed a bunch of dishes. So just in case, I'll do it again. I watched a video before and somebody said, oh, it would be nice if they had their hands clean. What if their hands are clean? I have a controversy about gloves and no gloves. I think there's a time for gloves and there's a time not for gloves. Right now, I don't really think we need the gloves. All right, I think this is hot enough to do this. So here goes. I'm scared. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do it right. All right. All right. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Gotta go real quick, so it doesn't get scrambled. I would just like let it hit the back. I wish you could see me. I can't take a chance, guys. All right, I think that's enough. All right, put that back on the stove. And see, those eggs did not scramble at all. See? Can you see? I hope you could see. See that? It's a little foamy because eggs get foamy. Why do eggs get foamy? It makes me think that they should go in your shampoo or something. You know, people used to wash their hair with eggs sometimes. You know what? Honestly, I did it myself once. What am I saying? People did it. When I was a kid, I cracked a few eggs on my hair. Oh my God. The things we do as a kid. I jumped out of a second floor window with an umbrella thinking I was, what's the woman's name in that movie? What's the name of the woman? If you could tell me, I'll give you a shout out. Like never before. I'll even sing you a song. Now I could use both because we got all the ingredients. I'm going to put a little bit more in there because I think it needs it. Okay, now, you know what, just for the heck of it, I'm just going to put the whole thing in. For some reason, I feel like I'm supposed to. I'm going with my gut, guys. I'm going with my gut. There, all in, all in. All aboard. Okay, it's all in, it's all in. Now we put it back on the stove. Woo! So that's it. You don't have to strain it or nothing like that. Just tempered it and dance around a little bit while you're doing it so that it makes you feel good. All right, so now we have it at a little over medium-high heat. And we have the eggs in there, all tempered and everything and all good to go. And the only thing we have to put in is the vanilla and the butter at the end. So did you catch all that? I hope so. So now we gotta stir, stir, stir until it's thick, thick, thick. The eggs were together with the cornstarch, with a little bit of milk. I could feel this already getting heavy. It's getting heavy. It's getting heavy. So, another preppy kitchen gave me this idea. It was inspired by him. So, I kind of like that idea. He put the milk, the cocoa powder, and the sugar on the stove first. And then, in another bowl, put the 2 egg yolks with the cornstarch and the little 1/4 cup of milk. And then when this got hot enough, you kind of pour it to the side and you temper all the eggs, the 2 eggs that are in there. This is going to give it, I have a feeling this is going to taste better. I just got this feeling. I didn't put too much salt in. I just put a pinch in. All right, let's put up that bad boy. Okay, here we go. Can you see? I want you to be able to see what I'm doing. Just stir, 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 stir. I want you to be able to see when it starts changing. See? It's already starting to change a little. I'm going to stick with the whisk. Don't you think that's a good idea? And then at the very end, I'm going to put the other one in. I don't even remember what it's called. The spatula in, and then do the line test to see if it's thick enough. I had to make more anyway, so this way I'll be able to do a few things at one time, do a trial test to see which one tastes better, and another is that I needed more. So I killed 2 birds with 1 stone, and the ingredients are, a few ingredients are different, so now it's mine. I don't know about that. I don't know. I still give the shout out to people. It's getting thicker. Let me put it down. I don't want to. Gotta be careful. Let me put you guys down. See, you can see. You can see pretty much what I'm doing. And still, just as with the other recipe, which, oh, I don't even know the name of that person. I will give her a shout out though. It's on YouTube. Oh yeah, it's starting to thicken up, so we got to get this off of here. See? It's just about done too. Just remember, this stuff goes fast. Don't think you're going to be sitting here forever. Take the spatula to get the bottom part out. See, it's already starting to thicken a little. We got to get that out of there. So I'm taking this off right now. Take that off. Yeah, this is definitely done. Wow, that goes so fast. Like I said, I'm not like always making pudding. This is for my husband's icebox cake. And now we're going to put the vanilla in. And now we're going to put the butter in. I put a little extra butter in. Just a little extra. Like a tablespoon. So there's 3 tablespoons of butter. And there it goes. See? Can you see? I hope you can see. Oh, there we go. See? I gotta keep stirring though, guys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Look how beautiful that. This is coming out a little more luxurious. I have to admit, this is definitely coming out better with the egg. So far, so good about the egg. Look how thick that is. Wow, it's like really silky and smooth. You can see it. Look at that. See it? Can you see it on the spoon? It's beautiful. It really came out good. All right, so we are done. Shut this off. And come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Okay. There's something behind me that my husband got me just a little while ago. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it or notice it. Isn't that nice? He says, so put that behind you so people know that you're baking. Of course they know I'm baking. Okay. I'm not baking. I'm cooking sweets on top of the stove. I'm still using the stove. What if people only used the stuff on top of the stove? Would they still be bakers? I'm not sure. If you're not baking anything. All right. This looks so... I can feel this is... All right. Let's taste it. Let's taste it. Oh my God. This is it. This is the way it's supposed to taste. I love it. This is, the other one was missing something. I don't know. I think it needed more cocoa powder. And I think it needed the eggs for the consistency. Next time I do this, I want to try, now I can tell you without confusing you. I want to try mixing the eggs with the sugar as I do with curds. I mix the eggs in the sugar and then I add all the ingredients into that and I stir it. So I wonder if it could be, or like a custard. This is now pudding custard. This is going to be so good in the cake. Now, what do I do? Because that one, I got this one over here, the one that we made in the first video. Look, it didn't even make that much. I shouldn't pour it in here. I should do it in a separate container. So it'll be fine as long as it's in. Is that even going to be enough? I hope so. All right, now I got to find a container. I'm running out here. I have one, but it's flat. So let me see something. Look what he got me. Isn't that nice? I know he got it from Home Sweet Home with a cake on it. It's in red, white, and blue too for our 4th of July coming up in a few weeks. All the crazy fireworks around here. Don't get me wrong, I love fireworks, but when we had our doggies, they hated them, and it made me a nervous wreck to see them like that. But they're not with us anymore, so I still don't like them all hours of the night. I just think once the show's over, it's over. But sometimes around here, it sounds like a war zone here. I still might go somewhere. I haven't decided yet. If my cousin's gonna have a gathering there, I might go there. I don't know. I gotta find something to put that in. Let's see. The only thing I have is this. I might have to do it. I don't have another container. Should I or shouldn't I? Let me see over here if I have anything. Oh, wait, what's this? No, that's not. No, that's not good. Let's just go for it and put it in here. I don't really like doing that though, putting it so flat like that. Alright, so basically you know what to do. I'm going to pour this in a container and press the saran wrap on top of the pudding so the skin doesn't form. And then just put it in the refrigerator. I'll be using it tomorrow to make the icebox cake. And that's that. So you guys have a blessed day, and I'm going to go look for a container. You don't have to watch me look for a container. Alrighty, bye-bye. Well, I will let you know. Well, we already know. This tastes better. I didn't give you the name of the other person. I may just leave it out for now, but I give a shout out to Preppy Kitchen for his techniques and for giving us the idea to use more cocoa powder. Because he gave me the amount of cocoa powder. So that makes a big deal right there. Thanks, Preppy Kitchen. Okay, bye-bye. See you soon.